Well, hey everybody, backyard scrapping here. I know you guys haven't heard my voice in quite a while, but this is what happens when you're down and out for a while. It's what happens to your work area. Things just kind of get thrown in place. So give me a few minutes here. I'm going to get this mess cleaned up, and then we're going to get back at it. Okay, guys. Here is where we left off months ago. Um, This is all the stuff that he had sent for us to work on. So I'm going to briefly go over it again because I got to even refresh my memory. Okay, so obviously this was rectangles. We already weighed that stuff. I think if I remember correctly, I said I was going to kind of go through this stuff to check and see if I could pick out anything that was tungsten so we could do it separately. I haven't done that yet, so I guess we can go ahead and quickly take a gander. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it in the batches that it's in here, that he separated out. If we have any tungsten, it'll just be in it. It shouldn't foul anything up because I'm not seeing a lot. So, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some tungsten in here. I'm thinking this is where I saw most of it, was in these squares. I'm not sure about these. They may or may not be, and they're pretty thick. I don't think I'm going to be able to bend them. Also, while I've got you all here, yeah, they're bending, so they may not be. Now, see, this has got that waffle. These have that waffle on the back, but I don't know if that was just because of the solder or what they were soldered to. I'm going to see if I can bend this. No, those are tungsten for sure. So let me see if we can pick these out. We can tell which ones they are. And like I said, they're probably going to get a little mixed up. I don't believe that's tungsten. That one is for sure. So we don't really have that many. Like I said, I thought it was these pretty much that I saw the tungsten. So this is only, I mean, this is 4 or 5 pieces. I'm going to just go ahead real quick and check through all of this. These I know mostly are going to be solids. But I've got these weighed already at 330 grams. So we're just going to throw these in. There's only 4 of them. So we're just going to do those all together. I think the first thing I'm going to do, there were some things that we had to check. We know that this is some silver wire and some scrap and some stuff out of fuses. So, and this was the button, you know, the little ones that usually are attached to copper by pressure. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a little bit of this chainmail, and I think what we'll do is we'll go outside and do a test on this. I don't know for sure if this is or is not sterling or 50% or I don't know what it is. So what I'm going to do is get my little scale here, and we're going to try and make sure we got a flat spot. We're going to try and get 100 grams of this so we can do a test on it. Got some shears here. But what we'll do, and that'll be, I think, the first thing we're going to do before we even start dissolving anything. I think we're just going to go ahead and do a little test on this. We can get it to cut without making a complete mess of it. We're going to get a lot of little halves in here. That's what I want to do first. See what this is. Boy, if you needed any little tiny jump rings, there would be a crap load of them here. In fact, I think we'll go the other way. We'll just do a 10 gram test on this. That's 10.5. So we'll cut a little bit more off of this. I don't want to lose any of these, because if this is silver, you know, we're going to process all of it. But we need to see for sure what it is first. I mean, it kind of feels like silver. It kind of cuts like silver. Exactly 10 grams. Okay, 9.7 something. So we'll put a couple of these in here till we hit 10 grams. That's close enough. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do first. I think we'll get outside and we will do a test on this chainmail and see what the percentage of silver is, if any, and go from there. So I also, you saw my desk was a royal mess. The outside is a royal mess too. So I'm going to have to go out there first and clean up so that we can get working again, because it's been 3.5, it's been almost 4 months since I've done anything. And I have been cleared for my surgery. So that is done, although I am still experiencing some pain. Not trying to be a whiner, but you know, come to find out that I may just have to deal with that. And also lack of movement and just pretty much being able to sit and do nothing over the last several months didn't help my back. So things are going to progress kind of slow, but I am going to try and get this. I have to get this refine done. I mean, he's been waiting forever. The gold refine that's been behind it. You know, I thank you guys for your patience. I didn't, you know, I'm always behind, but I didn't expect to be, you know, thrown, you know, with all this crap that's gone on over the last 4 months. I didn't expect to be, you know, end up years behind or a year behind. So anyhow, let me get outside, get the work area cleaned up, and we're going to do a test on this chainmail and see what it is. So we will be back at you then. Okay guys, I just wanted to show you, again, like my desk was, this is 2 months later than that though, but again, like my desk was, this is what happens when everything is just, you know, you walk out here and leave it, because you do something for a second and that's about it. So I mean, even the floor, I got half the floor swept, but as you can see, I got to clean this up before we can, I mean, even begin to start doing anything. So I'm going to do this. Once again, I'm sorry about this, you know, but life happens. And I guess I'm at a stage in it where, you know, you don't know what's happening from one day to the next. So anyhow, I feel good enough today to get out here and maybe do a little. I know I'm not going to do a whole bunch, but I at least want to get that chainmail tested and see what it is. Get this area cleaned up so that when I do feel good enough to be out here, I can come out here and I don't have to, you know, deal with a mess. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging in there. Like I said, I'm you know, I'm not going to apologize, but I am sorry, you know, that I haven't been putting any videos out. But I'm telling you, to be perfectly honest, I just haven't felt good enough to. So they'll be probably hit and miss for a while. But I mean, even my yard. Look at my yard. You know, you guys, I've always heard many people say how beautiful the yard is and everything, but I mean, the grass is up high. I can't weed eat. I can get on the mower long enough to get around, you know, and mow this little area, but way out in the back, or the back, I'm not even cutting that, just simply because I can't. But anyhow, we did get our tree off the roof. That was another thing that happened. But anyhow, so let me get in there, or let me get out here, get this mess cleaned up, and get to the video. So we'll be back at you then. Okay, guys, just going to show you that we got everything cleaned up, everything taken off the shelves and cleaned. All that stuff that was cluttered around is now gone. I had a couple little bottles that had some gold powder in them, so I'm filtering that off right now. This was actually it was a little box that was from my bench years ago, my jeweler's bench, and I'm not positive. I think it was silver sweeps, so because it had all that junk in it. So I went ahead and dissolved that. See what it is. See, I know it's got silver in it. This area is all cleaned up, straightened out, so we're ready to go. I'm going to go get the tripod, and we are going to run a test on this stuff and see what percentage of silver it is, if any. Hopefully it's high silver percentage, and then I'm going to get this video edited and posted so everybody knows that I am still alive. But big difference from what it was. It's amazing. I mean, I really didn't even do anything out here, and stuff just got dropped. You know, boxes that needed to go in the trash, everything just got dropped out here. So anyway, like I said, let me go get the tripod, and we're gonna get to work on this. Okay, guys, I took the liberty of transferring this into this little beaker. I've got about 20 milliliters of distilled water, probably a little bit more than I need, but I got to be able to at least cover this to do it. So what I'm going to do, it should only take 10-15 milliliters of nitric acid to do this, but again, I don't know what it is, so I'm going to add it very slow, because if it is something else, it could blow, foam up and come right out of the beaker. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go ahead and edit this video and post it, or wait and do the drop. So let's just see how my back does. It took me a week to get this cleaned up. It should have only taken me a day. So anyway, we're going to start adding our nitric. We didn't get a super fast reaction from that. It did brighten it up though. I got to make sure I'm doing this right because I'm using this phone because all my cameras are screwed up. Put another 3 in there. And we are getting some action now. Excuse me, everything was covered in pollen out here, so now I've got the sniffles. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put another. We're drawing about 2 milliliters, so we've got about 4 in there, maybe a hair over 2 milliliters each time, each pipette. And still, I actually probably should have burned that first. I will burn it. On the whole thing. I'm seeing a little bit of color in there. Don't need this anymore. Excuse me. I am going to hit it one more time. Okay, we are getting a pretty good reaction now. Well, it's got some color in it, so I'm not going to say it's pure, so there is probably some type of an alloy in it. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. So we're just going to let this go. I'll come back in about, I don't know, let's say maybe 10 minutes, and we'll take a look at it and see how far we've got. So we will be back then. Okay, guys, as you can see, it's been about 10 minutes. We are still getting good reaction. I'm seeing a little different color on the metal, and I'm seeing a lot darker, lot darker solution forming. So more than likely there's silver in it. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to actually go ahead and post this, do the editing and post this video so I can get some videos going again. I know this one wasn't that entertaining in that in that long, but I needed to inform everybody what was going on, let you know why I haven't been posting and stuff like that. So this is obviously going to take a while. It doesn't look like a lot of it has dissolved in 10 minutes, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and cover it, and I'm going to let it go. And I'll try and get a video back up straight away on this. But like I said, my videos are more than likely going to be a little hit and miss. I still haven't mowed, and it didn't take me a whole week, but it took me about 5 days to get this area cleaned up out here. Hourly wise, it took me the same amount of time it usually does, but I had to do it over a period of several days because I just can't stand up. So anyhow, guys, everybody take care, have a good one, and we will see you all in the next video.